The journey of Atisa to Tibet. After many long months of travel, the translator Lotsawa Rinchen Sangpo and his fellow Tibetans finally reached the great monastery of Nalanda in India. Their hearts were pounding with anticipation, for they had come for one reason: to meet the great master Atisa Dipankara Sriginyana. Guided by Gyatso Nsenga, a Tibetan Lama who had lived in India for many years, they entered the presence of Atisa. There, with trembling hands and deepest devotion, they offered him a golden world mandala, 1 cubit high, richly decorated with gold. Rinchen Sangpo sang a hymn of offering, while Gyatso and Nsenga poured out their story: the confusion of the Dharma in Tibet, the sacrifice of King Yeshe-O, and the heartfelt plea of Bodhisattva Jangchub-O that Atisa come and restore the teachings. As Atisa listened, his eyes filled with tears, he was moved to the depths of his heart. "Ah," he said softly, "your king must truly be a bodhisattva. There is no other explanation for such courage." Yet Atisa was already around 50 years old. He hesitated. He thought, would it truly be beneficial to go to Tibet, that far and distant land? So he turned to his guiding goddess, Aryatara, and asked her. Her answer was clear: if you go, it will bring immense benefit to the Dharma and to beings. In particular, one lay disciple will greatly benefit from your presence. Atisa understood that this meant Dromtampa, who would later become the heart of the Kadampa tradition. In Bodh Gaya, a Dakini appeared before him and also said same things as Tara. If you stay in India, you will live to 92. But if you go to Tibet, your life will be shortened. You will not live beyond 73. Atisa paused. He breathed deeply. But she also said, if you go to Tibet, your teaching will spread all over to Tibet and help many beings. Then he thought, if my life is shorter, so be it. If going to Tibet benefits countless beings, then what is there to consider? Even 20 fewer years of life are worth it. Still, he knew a challenge awaited him. If he openly declared he was traveling to Tibet, the Indian king, the great monastery of Vikramasila, and his patrons would never permit it. So with skillful means, he said instead, I am going on pilgrimage. Together with his Tibetan companions, he set off, visiting holy sites along the way to disguise his true intention. Finally, they reached Nepal, the gateway to Tibet. But suspicion had followed them. An administrator from Vikramasila Monastery, uneasy about Atisa's movements, traveled with them. In Nepal, the truth came out. He confronted Nagso Lotsawa harshly. You came not to study, but to steal Atisa away. If we lose him to Tibet, Buddhism in India will collapse completely. After much tense discussion, a compromise was reached. Atisa could go, but only for 3 years. Nagso Lotsawa had to swear a solemn oath. He will definitely bring Atisa back to India. At the end of 3 years, Atisa arranged for a message to be sent to the elder Ratnakara Shanti at Nalanda, requesting permission to stay in Tibet, and enclosed a copy of the Lamp for the Path. The elder Ratnakara Shanti submitted the Lamp for the Path to his highest and most skilled pandits at Nalanda. They were astonished at how Atisa's composition clearly and accurately condensed all the manifold teachings of Sutra and Tantra into a single short text. The great pandits recognized that Atisa would never have composed this work had he not traveled to Tibet. Ratnakara Shanti therefore sent a message back to Atisa, consenting to his wish to remain in Tibet. Atisa stayed in Tibet for 17 years in total. His clear and pure teachings initiated a golden age of Dharma in the land of snows. Through his foremost disciple Dromtonpa, Atisa gave the teachings of the stages to the path of enlightenment, known in Tibetan as Lam Rim, which were passed down to subsequent generations, including to the great Jait Tsongkhapa. Tsongkhapa's Lam Rim texts, following the structure and content of Atisa's tradition, remain the cornerstone of Tibetan Buddhist teachings to this day. Buddhism in Tibet was not restored easily. It was rebuilt with tears, with blood, with the lives and tireless efforts of those who believed in the Dharma's light. Atisa crossed treacherous mountains to bring wisdom. 2 Tibetan kings and a supreme minister gave their power, their safety, and even sacrificed their lives so that the sacred teachings could live again. Because of their courage, devotion, and sacrifice, Tibetan Buddhism survived its darkest hour and grew strong enough to shine across the world. Every mantra, every temple, every teacher we see today carries the imprint of their struggle and their love for the Dharma.